I'm back, folks, and I'm going to address the Samaria Rice situation in this segment. This week, Cuyahoga County decided not to release the grand jury testimony. Now, I am going to take a ton of heat for this statement, but I think they made the right decision in this. Now, the reason why I say this is because the last thing they need is violence, and that would be the end result if the names of that grand jury was released. Now, we do not need people going after the folks that was on that jury. You know it, and I know it. We do not need people scared for their lives because the vigilante justice that runs rampant in this country right now, that is not the answer and never will be the answer. Also, I want to address the people who wanted LeBron James to sit out. Now, before I make that statement, I'm going to go play a video from over 20 years ago, and I want you to watch it very closely.
I am not a role model. I'm not paid to be a role model. I am paid to wreak havoc on the basketball court. Parents should be role models. Just because I dunk a basketball doesn't mean I should raise your kids.
You know, folks, after all these years, this commercial from Charles Barkley still rings true to this day. Why do I bring this up? Samaria Rice's mother, Samaria Rice, had an exclusive interview with News 1. Now, because of television and internet rules, I cannot show you the interview, but she went after James when she said, "I think it is quite sad LeBron hasn't spoken about my son." Now, folks, I have two issues with this. The first one is that he did comment about it when he said, "This issue is bigger than me." And that is correct. And that was back in December, so she must not have been paying attention at all. And also the second one comes back to Charles Barkley. Yes, people look up to him, but I understand that. But as a fellow Akron native, I suspect that he's the only one looking at to where he just works there. He's just commuting to work, and that is all. It may sound very, very vile, but this is how people in Akron think, and that will never change. Sorry, it is what it is. Now, for the people that want him to sit out, let me propose you a question. Are you going to set out your job also? That question you need to ask yourself. The answer will be no, because you'll be looking for a job real quick. And that is a promise. Don't expect them to do something like that if you are not willing to do it yourself. Also, these protest blocking freeways needs to end also, because someone could get killed. Not by someone hit by a car, mind you, but someone being transported to a hospital and cannot get there because you have the fastest way block. Now, if that happens, you should be tried for accessory to murder, or at the very least, manslaughter. There is a lot to this, so keep a cool head, everyone, and think before you act, because it'll be major repercussions down the road.